Alright, let's get back to exploring the UFO. So we've dealt with the sectopod and 2 drones. Muton elites. The floaters. Heavy floaters. I'm trying to remember what else we were told would be on this mission. Can't remember. Or even how many enemies. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 enemies that we've dealt with so far. I should probably think about healing her. But I just moved Duran, didn't I? Yeah. Ah, well. Let's dash you forward. Probably want to reload Lin. Because I think his gun's running pretty low.
I'm watching for them. Okay, surveille la zone. Explorando.
Yeah. You do a reload.
I'm ready.
Let's get you moved forward. How about to here? Not that the cover helps you, but because that's cover that Duran can stand in to then heal you. I was pretty confident he'd be able to make it that far, since he's got crazy movement. 8 hit points. Sounds good. She's probably still down a bit. She is. 7 hit points. I don't think I want to push too far forward when 2 of my people have already finished their turns.
I am on it.
J'abouge.
Yeah.
Enseguida.
Lastly, Lin.
Moving out.
We'll dash you to that half cover. You 2 can go into Overwatch. I'm assuming our last
Quiet.
aliens are all actually in the UFO. So we could do a similar thing of moving her forward with the intent that Duran can heal her. It's not the full extent of her movement, but it's fine. There you go. We'll be able to let her tank again now.
Moving out.
Let's see. You can't quite get to there, which is where I was hoping to put you. So instead, we will dash you to there, I suppose. Dash Lefry up to there. And we might need to keep Lin moving forward with the rest of the team, because we're going to reach points where he's not going to have vision if the rest of the team is in the UFO.
I'm watching for them.
It amuses me that we use the EMP rockets so that we do no damage to the UFO, but then we get to the missions and it's just blown to smithereens. Yeah. we've already got vision in here, and they're not there. So do we just try and get vision around? I mean, they're probably in this big central room, maybe?
Приказ поняла.
Okay, so far, so good. Are these pods? I'm looking at them now, and they have like a weird shape, like a giant sword. I doubt it's actually a sword. Where's our door in here? Okay, it looked like there was a door on that side. That's all I can tell. So we'll send our team around that way, since that's the way we're already going.
Voy hacia ese lugar.
Alright, there's no single move cover you can get to reasonably.
Moving to designated position.
Kinda the same with you.
T'en prie, j'y vais.
Lynn, same idea with you.
On the move. Ok, surveille la zone. En guardia.
Any audio cues? Yeah, from that center room it's looking like. We should probably open this room first, just to be sure. I can move her to the extent of her single move this way, also to be sure. Okay, so far so good.
Location confirmed.
Durand. Put you there. Left free.
Ok, je bouge.
Rodriguez. I'll have you here. And Lynn,
10-4.
you can be there.
En observation.
Rapporteur.
Not having a ton of people on Overwatch is not super smart, but it's probably fine. Anyone in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. We continue making our way around. That's the door, I think.
Перехожу на другую позицию.
Okay. We've got vision over here. Again, no aliens. And this is the direction we heard the noise from. So they could have been back here. But I was banking on them being in the room. So now we want to get everyone else set up kind of around the door as best we can.
Je me magne.
Zhang,
Running.
Rodriguez,
Es hora de correr.
Lynn, you can get to there, I suppose. And Durand can be on the door. That's pretty good.
Rapporteur.
Yep, again, hearing it from inside this room. Perfect. Open the door. What do we see?
Commander, that device, it seems to be of great importance to them. Retrieving it for further study should be our highest priority.
Okay, we have 2 Muton elites, some new alien, and then the device we're trying to retrieve. That we're apparently not supposed to blow up. If we get their health down, I could have her try and stun one of these Muton elites. But I think it might be smarter just to go for the kill, since we've got a device to protect that we don't want to get caught in the crossfire, and an unknown alien we know nothing about. I'm inclined to move you here, because you're probably one of the few that can get that far into the room. And you'll have flanking positions on basically everything.
Принято.
You don't have flanking on this one, who's awkwardly not facing us. You're... like, even if we shot at you? Okay, now you're facing us. What are you? Ethereal, that was the name of the last alien. 40 defense penalty. Dude. Only a 61% chance to hit. You're also hardened, so our crit chance is down. So even though enemy is exposed and your weapon gives you a 10% bonus, the hardened still means you're not getting a crit bonus at all. That's rude. But yeah, she could easily hit either of the Muton Elites. And with them flanked, they've got a 60% critical. So she might be able to take out one of them on her own. Who else can do good things? Probably should have put Lin into a position where he could have shot into the room. Did not. Duran can also run just about anywhere in the room. They get a good flanking shot. I might want to have Lefri actually run and gun. To say here or something. Because then she could get a good, hopefully critical shot here. Because of all the bonuses that assaults get doing shots from super point blank. That means the rest of the team has to deal with the mutons. If you fired a rocket... I mean, I like the hitting all of them. I don't like the hitting all of us. So we'd have to move our 3 guys to not be on the wall or in that bubble. And then we're also banking on his 90% shot chance, because if he hit that, that could potentially be a problem. But I'm not opposed to him starting out with a good solid hit to remove their cover as well. If you just shot, you still have a 75%, but only on the Ethereal? No, on the Muton Elite. It's pretty good considering he's in cover. Because your fire rocket... No, Zhang. You're the one I'm thinking of. Still, a Muton Elite. Your fire rocket, it only does 6 damage. Versus if you used your gun, it's up to 10. 6 damage to 2 is probably, and killing cover, is probably better than 10 damage to 1. We'll start with Lefri. I like the run and gun idea. It means we're not doing the stun, but that's probably fine. 97% to 30% crit chance. I was hoping for a higher crit chance, given your proximity, and actually a higher hit chance. The fact it's not 100% when your gun is like in their face, it's kind of shocking. Okay. How much damage did you do? I wasn't watching the damage, or at least I didn't notice the damage. But it had a a lot of health. And I don't think you... I mean, maybe she rolled the crit. I think crit is only like a 50% bonus. Feels like it died too easy. Alright, Rodriguez, what can you do? If you fired a rocket, because I know his rockets are smaller. Yeah. And if you move in... Could a grenade hit both of them and their cover? It's a definite maybe. No guarantee. It could hit one of them in their cover. It might be able to hit a second one in their cover. But I can't say that with confidence. Duran, do you have a grenade? No, of course not. Can you get to somewhere where you'd have a grenade throwing spot? Not really. Because I can move Zhang forward, but that means we're definitely not doing the rocket. But maybe with grenade we can still get most of that effect. But I don't think I can move these other people. No, I could move Lynn back. Move Duran like here. And that would leave things open for that rocket that we were talking about. But I could also just move Duran here so he's flanking them. And have one of them use a grenade to get rid of the cover for anyone who wants to stand over here. Alright, we're not going to do the rocket. Rocket's also unreliable, and I wouldn't want to miss and hit friendlies or... No. See, we can get to a spot where we don't hit either of them. So... I think we'll go with, like... here. Where we hit one, take out both their cover. Doesn't hit any of us or any of our cover. There we go. You're now both exposed. So Zhang now has a 90% on this guy. There is always the option of Mind Fray. But I think we just need to do damage. Missed on a 90%. Ah, that's XCOM. Give it another shot. Left him at 1 hit point left. Of course you did. Alright, we've got Lynn, Durand, and Smirnova left. Lynn's going to have to use his pistol, so he's not going to do a ton of damage, or he could use a grenade. Ooh, actually, you could do the punch again. No, you can't, because you already moved. Moving again would end your turn. So, no. Fire. 72 with a high crit, or 82... I don't know. The higher chance is good because 72 is not something I want to bank on. wasting her shot to do 1 damage feels bad. So I was thinking Lynn would take out that guy. Alright, Durand, let's have you just go here. See what you can do to this guy right next to you. 100% chance to hit, 70% crit. Should be good. Only 6 damage. Well now. It's up to Lynn Smirnova.
Moving out.
Lynn, get up here, pull out your pistol. You can probably finish off either one. Up to 3 damage with your laser pistol. 100% chance to hit either way. Take out the one that's going to be harder for Smirnova to hit. You did 1 damage. Of course you did. Of course you did. Why would I have expected otherwise? Here I was thinking the laser pistol would have a higher damage floor, but I guess it's just a higher damage ceiling than the standard pistol. Shame. Well, take your better shot. You missed with an 82. Okay, they're both alive and we're all flanked. Oh, dude, are you gonna get a shot on Lynn? No. Okay. If they had single targeted, like both of them targeted a single one of our units, oh boy, that'd be bad. Alright. As it is, though, we might as well use this time to rank up our psionics. Mind Fray, this one that just shot you. And Lynn. Mind Fray, this one that just shot you.
Commander, the operation was a success.
No operatives lost, but wouldn't surprise me if Lynn in particular has taken enough damage that it's actually going to have him be wounded. We'll see. But considering there were a bunch of enemies there that we'd never seen before, yeah. Yeah, so we got whatever this is.
Recovered from a cloaked ship and guarded by the most powerful being we've ever encountered. What do you think it is?
An object of immense power. Think of all we could do if we unlocked its secrets.
A dangerous sentiment, Doctor.
Yeah, but that's how she works. She's going to want to hook it up to our base, like she did with the hyperwave relay.
Sir, I'm picking something up.
Another cloaked ship?
No, sir. It's big.
Is that actual size?
Tell me that was a coincidence.
Wish I could, sir. That seismic event originated directly beneath our new contact.
Nothing we have would even make a dent in that thing. If you two have any more bright ideas, now's the time.
because that's like the size of a lot of countries. Research the ethereal device. So yeah, they said the most dangerous enemy we'd seen to that point was guarding it. And I would say the most dangerous based on defensive capabilities, and potentially offensive as well, is that sectopod. But I'm guessing they're talking about the Ethereal that we killed in a single shot. So once again, we have no idea what it's capable of because we killed it too fast. Okay, Zhang gained another point. He got his last set of abilities, okay. Telekinetic field. Create an immovable telekinetic field that lasts through the enemy turn. The field distorts and deflects incoming attacks, granting plus 40 defense to both allies and enemies within the field. 4-turn cooldown. So it's an area of effect of defense. So it's, I guess, kind of like a smoke grenade that Zhang can throw out. And then mind control, very difficult side technique that, if successful, grants control of the target for 3 turns. Robotic enemies are immune, 5-turn cooldown. So, penalties to trying. So against anything that's actually scary, he's probably going to fail, or the chances are going to be terrible, and so I won't want to risk it. So I'd rather go for something that I might actually use, because I'm not going to bother wasting this cool ability on, I don't know, a thin man. I would rather just kill them. And against something scary like a Muton Elite that would be useful to get on my side, I'm guessing we'll have enough penalties that it won't be worth taking the shot. So yeah, telekinetic field, we'll see how that goes. And then yes, Lin was wounded, only for 4 days. Ethereal device we need to research, a Muton Elite, Sectopod, and Ethereal autopsies. And then a damaged computer we can sell.
I'm certain now that Annette was somehow involved in the attack on XCOM headquarters. Her limited memories of the event include details that no one outside of our organization could possibly know. But the question remains, what is it about her that makes her so valuable to the aliens?
Yeah, it can't just be because she's psionic, because there's other psionic humans, as we've found. Several members of our team. I think we've scanned 6 people and we've found 3 psionics, so like 50% of our soldiers. I don't know if it's going to end up working out that way, but so far it seems 50% of our soldiers are psionic. So, doesn't seem like psionics are that rare. Let's do some research. We'll do the autopsies first, starting with the Muton Elite. As if its heightened muscle density, hardened skin, and redundant organs weren't enough, this alien appears to have neural implants that facilitate command and control functions. Given the circumstances, this specimen would appear ideal for guard duty.
As if the standard Muton hadn't given us enough trouble, the aliens apparently kept several of these elites in waiting for the later stages of their invasion.
As if the standard Muton hadn't given our troops enough trouble, the aliens apparently kept several of these elites in waiting for later stages of their invasion. Usually, this isn't a duplicate of what she says during the autopsy, so that's odd they didn't come up with something new. Although they seem to have the distinct honor of serving as guards within the alien hierarchy, our autopsy of this specimen reveals little in the way of distinguishing anatomical traits versus the typical Muton. Aside from various improvements to their armor, the primary difference appears to be a slightly enhanced intelligence, which makes them more effective combatants. Plasma weaponry research credit earned. Can't speak. That doesn't really help us that much. Sectopod. Yes, what are you? The engineering advancements found in this machine are remarkable. The joint articulation, weapon systems, and targeting capabilities in particular are well beyond current military developments on Earth. The practical applications are staggering. Wonder if that'll give me more things I can research in the foundry for our mechs.
This heavily armored unit is fully mechanized, though we're still not sure if it has an organic component within.
Although this robot is neither alive nor sentient, it is strangely self-aware of its surroundings. We're still uncovering the functional details for this species, but from what we've seen so far, this machine is a masterpiece of technology. Based on our initial testing, we've discovered an extremely intricate program that's implanted in their macro processors. This combat control program, combined with the Sectopod's imposing 10-meter frame, makes for an extremely dangerous 10-meter. Didn't seem that big to me. Makes for an extremely dangerous weapon. Powered by the same energy source that fuels the alien craft, these machines wield unparalleled destructive power. Perhaps the biggest mystery is the secret of how they're being controlled. Additional information regarding the specimen's tactical abilities, blah blah blah. It's odd that they are having Dr. Valen do the autopsies for machines. You would think they would get Shen to do that. At least that's what I would assume, since machines seem to be more of his focus. But, oh well. Advanced construction. The advanced fabrication processes that aliens use to build the Sectopod could be repurposed to accelerate XCOM's vehicle and facility construction. At a significant cost, of course. Use a new project option in the Foundry to undertake this project. So we can speed up construction by increasing the cost. I hope that's like a toggleable switch on each project, and it doesn't just automatically make all future constructions cost more, but be faster, because sometimes the time it takes to make things doesn't particularly matter. And then the Ethereal. This alien appears physically weak, even frail, but appearances can be deceiving. It is a remarkably hardy specimen with a brain chemistry and structure utterly unknown to our science. It's 4 arms, okay?
This specimen appears to be at the top of the alien hierarchy, and for good reason. As you've probably seen, its physical form is not suited for combat by any means. However, these elders have an incredible pool of psionic energy at their disposal, which helps to explain why the other species are subordinate to them.
She called them elders, but we call them ethereal. Wonder where she came up with the name elders. This specimen appears to be at the top of the alien hierarchy, and for good reason. As we've noted in the field, its physical form is not suited for combat by any means. Their bodies actually appear to be quite frail, with evidence of atrophy and muscular degeneration having occurred over an extended period of time. This is not surprising, as initial radiocarbon dating indicates this particular creature could be several thousand years old. Unlike the other specimens we've examined, there is little to indicate that it was genetically enhanced, at least not with the same ambition as the others. Strangely enough, we have uncovered similarities between the ethereal brain and that of the sectoid commander. Both show the same enhanced synaptic connections, confirming our suspicions that this is the likely source of their power. These ethereals appear to have an incredible pool of psionic energy at their disposal, more than anything we've previously encountered, which helps to explain why the other species are subordinate to them. Mind shield available for manufacture. Developed using the cybernetic implants we removed from the skull of the ethereal alien species, this device should allow a greater resistance to offensive psi attacks. It also projects a low-level psi field that will deter strangulation attempts. Well, we haven't been strangled in a while. I think our Titan armor is protecting us from that. We don't get psi attacked very often, so I'm not terribly worried about this. So we could still look at these weapons now that we have some weapon fragments kicking around, but I don't care. We'll start with the ethereal device. The device we recovered from the ethereal craft may be the final piece of the puzzle, the key to their psionic connection, and to the ultimate source of their power. With a better understanding of this technology, I believe we'll be on the brink of finding the source of this invasion. Is the giant ship we just found not the source of their invasion? And this will... Oh, it's sped up because of our psionics research. Got it.
Accept the fact that there could be risks involved in studying this new alien device. But the enemy leaves us with no other choice.
Hopefully we don't get kicked immediately into a fight as soon as we finish that research, because Lynn is going to be out of commission for 4 days, and then we've got 3 other people out of commission for 8 more days. And so if the device finishes in 2 days, we're going to be running on a fairly weakened crew. And I guess it's not bad. We would have no snipers, 2 heavies, 1 assault, 2 supports, and our mech trooper. But I guess we will see how that shakes out. No, I was going to look at
We're coming down to the wire.
Foundry.
Now that we've backed the aliens into a corner, I think we'll see what they're really made of. Personally, I expect nothing short of pure desperation in their resistance. They've invested too much to go down without a fight.
Advanced construction takes 2 sectopod wrecks. Okay, so we can't do that yet. Advanced repair speeds up the repair times for our fighter craft and shiv units. I don't think we're going to need fighter crafts to be back up and running so quick that this matters. Granted, it doesn't cost us that much. 4 heavy floaters. That's probably close to all the heavy floaters we have, though. We haven't fought many of them. We could research the improved pistols so that next time we don't get screwed off by a 1 damage pistol shot. Since they don't cost that much. Okay, weapon fragment wise they're pretty bad, but I don't think we have a ton of need for weapon fragments at this point. Sentinel drone, yeah, we don't care about that. Let's do the pistol researches. Why not? It's theoretically useful. As opposed to a lot of the other things I could choose. So I think that one was helping with damage. This one will help with aim. And then the last one is for crit. We can at least expect an increase in the maximum damage output. Okay, so that's top level damage, not crit. So it just gives us a 1 point bonus to damage, I think. Sure. Our pistols will be better in the future.
Make sure production begins immediately. And as soon as we've got something, I'll be in touch.
Back to the globe. Okay, yeah, no, we're not immediately kicked to dealing with that ship because... Oh, hello. I guess time is technically still ticking. So we've got our improved med kit now. So that'll heal for an additional 4. Which is pretty good. There's the improved arc thrower. Good. And the ethereal device. Having learned a great deal about the hyperwave beacon and its associated interdimensional signaling capabilities, we believe this newly recovered device confirms our suspicions about this technology and takes it a step further. The PsiLink, as it's now being called, appears to provide a direct link to the psionic network used by the aliens for field communications. Although we are treading into an area of highly theoretical science, we believe there is a strong indication that the aliens function under a collective consciousness, a form of social organization akin to a hive mind, as seen in various species of insects found on Earth. It wasn't until our first interaction with the ethereal species of alien that we were able to understand the scope of the psionic abilities we had previously been exposed to. Although we've only scratched the surface in terms of developing psionic abilities within a human subject, we now theorize that it may be possible to join the aliens' consciousness to tap into their hive mind by successfully activating this device. However, in order to ensure the safety of XCOM's headquarters, we'll need to construct a chamber that minimizes the potential risks to the rest of the facility during the activation process. As it so happens, 2 of our brightest young minds, a team of brothers, have already conceived of just such a facility appropriate to this task. if we manage to locate a soldier with an aptitude for psionics and find a means to develop these abilities further, I believe it will only be a matter of time before we succeed in activating the device and finding the source of this invasion. So presumably that giant ship is not the source of the invasion. Gallop chamber. So a powerful psionic. Well, we've got a Zhang who's fully leveled up in psionics. Also, there's a net that they've given us as a specific quest-given psionic. Granted, Zhang was also quest-given, so he might be designed to be psionic, like everyone's game. He might just always be psionic. He did have a high will. That was one of the things I chose about him, which is why I keep putting him at the lead of the team. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me if he's just designed so that he's always psionic. Once we build this facility, a psionically powerful soldier will be able to access the Ethereal psychic network, or psychic net. Psi armor. Hello. Analysis of psionic aliens' implants indicates that we might be able to integrate these components into an armor kit. Although this would be of no use to a soldier without psionic potential, it could greatly improve the abilities of those who do show promise in this area. Armor tech research and psionic research applied, making it take 2 days. I don't know what that exactly means, but it's cheap, so let's check it out. Because we've got 3 psionics that we have on our regular team at this point. So if it helps them in some way, let's go for it. Improved pistol 2. Psi armor. We've reached a point in our research of the alien psionic abilities and their associated cybernetic implants that we're confident enough to begin preliminary tests of this technology on human subjects. Although the system we have in mind will require the use of a lightweight armor suit with reduced defensive capabilities, this psi armor should more than compensate by providing a significant boost to our soldiers' psionic abilities. It is our hope that bolstering these abilities within our soldiers will provide new insights as we seek to discover the source of the aliens' collective consciousness. We still don't fully understand the link between the visible psionic abilities we've seen exhibited by the aliens and their use of psionics as a means of communication. I believe it's very likely we'll find a way to activate the ethereal device if we can successfully fabricate this armor. Our most powerful armored suit. This equipment serves to amplify the wearer's psionic abilities through a system modeled after the alien's own cybernetic implants. However, it should be noted this armor can be equipped by a soldier can only be equipped by a soldier found to have psionic abilities. Totally fine.
We need to start working on the housing for this device as soon as possible. Considering what we went through to get it, we should be making every effort to provide a secure location for its storage.
That's fair. I forgot to build that. So putting it by the psionic labs makes sense to me. Once we build this facility, a psionically powerful soldier will be able to access the ethereal psychic net. Yeah. Takes 5 power, but we've got plenty. Sure. It'll take 14 days to build. That's a bit of time. And then if we go to building items, the psi armor. What can you tell me about it? Only 6. Medium armor increases the wearer's will by 20 for psi attacks and defense. But reducing their health. That's a rough trade-off. I'm tempted though. I don't know how will factor... I guess that's a problem I have. I don't know how will factors in to attacks and defense. Is it just to chance to succeed? Because it seems like Mind Rend that all of our psionics have always does 5 damage. So I'm guessing the bonus to will doesn't increase damage, it increases the chance to hit. Because we found some enemies that we have a low chance to hit with that. And so it's probably the same for all of the other abilities as well. But yeah, I'm thinking of our current 3 psionics. I don't mind any of them having this, because there are times where Lefri, our assault, can't get close enough to the enemy, and so having a backup, like to be good with a shotgun, so having a backup psionic attack that's pretty good would be good. That can be done from a much longer range. Lin rarely gets shot, so he doesn't need Titan armor necessarily. So psionic armor, even though he doesn't use psi abilities very much either, it's another option open to him. Zhang is the one I'm not sure about. He does get close enough that he would benefit from good armor, but he also has a weapon that can attack at long range with pretty good aim. So I don't know how often I'm going to need him for psionic attacks. Don't have the funding for 3. We'll get new funding soon. Actually, we have things we can sell. Lots of corpses, but let's just start with you two. Ooh, we've got other things that we don't need. We'll keep the flight computer. We don't need the surgery. We'll keep the power sources. We've got a lot of both, actually. We could consider selling them at some point. We've got 14 mechtoid corpses. Anyway, let's sell that stuff that's just free to sell for 170. And then I can build those 3 sets of armor. Just 3. When we actually go out on a mission, I'll have to decide how I want to equip people. Potentially I should have waited until we had a mission before buying them. Ah well. Improved pistol, that's fine. Huh. I was thinking we could get requests for Exalt stuff, but we just haven't in a while. So we've got a request now for 6 Exalt sniper rifles. They'll give us 30. Governor of Brazil has approached us with an interesting plan, one which will require access to our Exalt sniper rifles. It is their intention to have one of their operatives infiltrate Exalt, and they'd like to familiarize themselves with the Exalt equipment first. They're offering a generous return in exchange for anything we provide. Interesting idea, but we can't help with that. I think it's been a while since we scanned... Has it been a while? You've been out for 3 days since now. Just wondering when we last did our last covert operation. Should I scan again? Or should I wait a couple of days? I think I'll wait a couple of days. Maybe there. Just to be sure that something should be running.
Intelligence scan complete. No Exalt cell detected.
Well, I guess that failed. Carry on. Message from the Psi Labs. Okay. So it's been so far about 50% have psionics. We know, we're pretty confident Annette will have psionics. Neither of the other 2 did. Okay. But we now have a lot of our soldiers back, so that's good. So we can have Big Mama and Stacks. Then I guess some of our brand new rookies. Might as well get them tested. Now we're no longer losing out on our top people that I really want to have available to send out into the field. So that's good.
Contact detected.
Okay. A small scout class UFO. Let's send Demon 4. This should be no problem at all.
We're in pursuit.
Because you fought far more dangerous UFOs. Yeah. Doesn't even show that you took any damage. Sustained light damage. Okay. we will send out a team. Ethereal, Muton Elite, Mechtoid, and Sectoid. Sectoids are easy. Mechtoids are a little scary. Muton Elites are a little scary. I don't know what to expect from Ethereals. We know there's only 6. So, good to keep in mind, but we have not seen a basic UFO with an Ethereal on it before. Like, this is a much tougher crew than we're used to on small UFOs. Alright. We should probably clear everything out. Make all items available. And then decide from there. So we'll toss in Zhang as our squad leader, because he has the highest will. I kind of want to bring Annette back. As our sniper. She's a frontline sniper, right? Yeah, snapshot. So she's supposed to follow the rest of us into the battle. Yep, she's got Mind Fray. We will bring our mech as well. Weird not seeing her with our mech. So we've got an assault, a sniper, or a heavy sniper. We'll want an assault. Do I want Zinchenko? Probably. Because he's got the double shot, which I think will be useful. Although, what is it? The dodge ability. Lightning reflexes helps because at least no, there's not a sectopod. There's Mechtoid. The sectopod went into Overwatch after the shot. I don't think Mechtoids do that. For our support, we'll grab Durand. And then one more character. We could grab Lynn as our best sniper. But because we're going into a UFO, we're going to be in a lot of tight quarters that I don't think a sniper is as good for. There is something to be said about having a second assault. I'm not against that idea. So let's get our loadouts all good. So you will be in Psi armor. That's my current thought. Alloy cannon. Nope. Equip the alloy cannon. And then you have an arc throw and an alien grenade. Next, Zhang. Do I go with Psi armor? So if he's in Titan, he's got 21 hit points. If he's in Psi armor, he has 17. That is also a unique look. But he's got 20 will. And a bonus to defense that he doesn't have with Titan armor. So he dodges attacks better than just soaking them. Okay. I can accept that. We'll give you a scope. Durand, you will have Titan armor, plasma rifle. We give you a plasma pistol. I don't think it really matters. Scope and med kit. Baker, you're not on this mission. Hang on. It's just choosing people. When I click over, it's not going through the people I've selected for the mission. It's just going down the list of people in our barracks. That's not as useful. Psi armor. Plasma sniper. Plasma pistol. Scope. And yeah, alien grenade. Seems fine. You will, of course, get your mech, a particle cannon. Zinchenko, lastly. Titan armor, alloy cannon. Come on, click the weapon. Arc thrower and grenade. Could give guys scopes rather than grenades. Just to improve everyone's aim even more. And I think I will. I think I rarely need these guys to throw grenades. And having them have better aim on long distance attacks, or even better crit when we get up close to an enemy that's hardened. Because I think our scopes now give us that. I don't know if there's any way to find that out. Yeah, it's just saying plus 10 aim, but I think we got the scope upgrade that gives it a plus 10 crit as well. But yeah, I think this will be the team to take on this UFO, but we will deal with that next time. See y'all then. Bye.